Welcome to the Yarn Barn.
G'day, dads and mums and everyone else that listens to this podcast. I'm stoked to be here, and welcome to another episode of Welcome to the Yarn Barn, a place where we talk about all things from, what it is to be a dad, plus, things that we can do to help ourselves in real time and moments that are challenging, but also how to celebrate some of the wins. But the other thing we also talk about is we go in the yarn barn with dads from our community or around the place that we know are going to either support others with their story. That's I suppose that's a given, but also that can provide some tips on how to get through some of their challenging situations, things that they've learnt themselves that have helped them get through those challenging situations, and so that's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're hoping to create a broader community impact by producing this podcast based off of the things that we do and talk about inside of the Australian Dads Network Dads Only Yarn Barn on Facebook, where there's almost 3,000 members inside there at the moment that are supporting each other in this very way. So this episode is one of those ones where it's just me. So you get me for about another 10 minutes, I suppose, where I'm going to talk about something that's, I think, an area that I've learnt not necessarily the hard way, but an area that I think I've been challenged with and thinking that is going to be the help that I need over the years. And it turns out that I needed to reframe some of these thoughts, and we'll talk about this. There's a little hint around what we're going to talk about. So if you haven't read the title yet, I suppose. So this topic, I suppose, is important to all of us, and it's about negative thoughts. So you might have heard that, there's all these, get up early, take a cold shower, do an ice bath, do some breathing, and there'll be the solution to all of your problems. And the truth is, and I can talk from experience, that, these don't heal you from your negative thoughts. These didn't heal me from my negative thoughts. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm going to give you a few tools, a few tactics that you can use in real time throughout your day to be able to help you understand that these negative thoughts aren't helpful. So let's talk about growth mindset first. Growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and our intelligence can be developed over time. So the things that we learn, the things that we do, that we're able to develop a greater awareness to these, a greater ability over time. With a growth mindset, we can learn from our mistakes. We can embrace challenges. Ultimately, we can just continue to grow as individuals. I saw a post earlier about, that we don't have to throw in the towel at a certain age and think that it's all done. That's as much as I can learn. That's as much as I can do. It's not the case. We can continue to grow and develop as individuals. It's a real powerful tool that can help us. That's sort of that first stage almost, is to help us overcome those negative thoughts. We're not stuck. So remember that. We're not stuck. So I suppose let's start with as well why getting up early and taking a cold shower won't solve the problem. And while these practices, I'm not dissing these practices, I'm not knocking these practices, because I love them. I get up early. I love getting up early. I get up, I have a cold shower. I'm in Karratha, but, I get maybe 10 seconds of a cold shower if I'm lucky. But I got a little portable ice bath as well, and I've had a dedicated chest freezer ice bath in the past as well, and I love it. But what I've also learned is that these create, that positive mindset, but they don't address the root cause of some of those negative thoughts. To be completely authentic, I really, really struggle with some negative thoughts, in particular, that imposter syndrome. Who are you, Liam, to do this? Who are you to talk about this kind of stuff when you don't even have your shit together? I run through these thoughts and others, on occasions. And what I've learned over the years is that the ice baths, the cold showers, reading a book, or, breathing, meditating, all these things help create a positive mindset, and they help improve for a short amount of time the mindset that I'm in. But they don't address the root cause of those negative thoughts. And because those negative thoughts usually stem from our experiences over a long time, from our beliefs of ourself, of the community. And something I'm extremely passionate about is our emotions. So you can see why it takes more than a cold shower and an early morning routine to deal with them. There's so much at play there. It's about 80%, I reckon, of adults, I would say. 80% of adults probably experience negative thoughts every day. It's probably higher. It's probably not almost all of us, actually, to be honest. But I reckon a good round number is always 80% anyway. 80% of adults would experience negative thoughts every day. I think it's fair to say it's a common issue, and it's important to address it, especially as dads when we're talking about it with kids. They're being molded from the things that we're doing and saying. So being aware of this is extremely important, but it can also lead to our personal mental health being affected if left unchecked. So I mentioned at the start of this is 3 things that I think could help, 3 things that have helped me, and I hope they help you in real time. Being able to capture some of these things is extremely important. So the first thing is mindfulness. And before you switch off, thinking, oh, this guy's gone all woo-woo, you do mindfulness every single day. Mindfulness is a powerful tool that can help you become aware of your negative thoughts and learn to let them go. By focusing simply on the present moment, observing your thoughts without judgment, by doing this, you can break free from those negative thought patterns because you can capture them. And when you capture them, this is when you can start having a conversation about it with yourself. You can have it out loud if you want. It depends on where you are and how comfortable you are with to be able to do that. But start asking these questions. Is this thought true? What evidence is there to suggest that this is true? And how could I reframe this thought to be a positive one? 3 simple questions to ask yourself. And when you're being mindful and focused on these, that's when you can dive deeper into those 3 questions as well. And start to practice, writing those down, having a conversation with your kids, having a conversation with your partner, having a conversation with a counselor, all these things add to improving your awareness of yourself and that dialogue that happens inside of your mind. It happens. The conversation rattles through your head, constantly talking. It's like 35,000 thoughts run through your head or more every single day. So the more we can practice mindfulness, the more we can focus on being present and those thoughts running through our head, the more we can capture those ones that are not serving us, and we can slowly work to remove them. So challenging those negative thoughts with a growth mindset is the second part. Actually, they're not really parts. They're just, this is a second thing that can work for you. So instead of giving in to those negative thoughts, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? What skills, knowledge, and experience, to quote the great Kerwin Ray, can I take from this situation? And how can I embrace challenges as an opportunity to learn and grow? How can I do that? What benefit is this giving me? The third thing is focus on gratitude. And again, this has been talked about a lot inside of our community, but also there's a ton of research and data suggesting how good it is for you. But take time each day to simply reflect on the things that you're going to be great, or that you are grateful for, because it's going to help you. By cultivating a sense of gratitude, you can shift your focus from negative thoughts to positive ones. If we spent even just some minutes throughout each day to practice gratitude, and it doesn't have to be sitting down on a cushion and running through these things every morning as part of your early morning routine, or, sitting, in a park, or it can be those things, but it doesn't have to be. I know a lot of you guys are busy. I know a lot of you guys are new to the space of, of self-awareness and being involved in a deeper sense of self and trying to uncover some of these negative thoughts and uncover some of these ways that I can help. You can help yourself. So this real-time scenario of practicing gratitude can be done while driving a car, can be done before you take a bite of the food that you've just had made for you, that someone else has brought to you, that you've been fortunate enough to have the money to pay for, that a farmer has created based off their hard work, that the rain has created to support that farmer make that food to be able to get it onto the plate for you. You can just keep going. And it's a matter of even just 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Gratitude can be practiced throughout the day. It doesn't have to be done in one little sitting, and it doesn't have to be done in a meditative state. It can be something that is done throughout the day. And the more you do it, the better at it you'll get. And the more you start seeing these things that you can be grateful for, that reticular activation system. If you've ever bought a yellow car, you've never seen a yellow car before, but the reticular activation system will start to see all these yellow cars. As soon as you drive it out of the lot, all of a sudden, there's 1,000 yellow cars in your town. The more we can start to put it in front of our mind that gratitude is good, that we're seeing more of it instantly. So just to finish up here, I've gone a little bit over the time that I was expecting, but just want to just conclude here by saying getting up early, taking a cold shower, they won't heal you from your negative thoughts. These practices are really good. They're really great to embed them into your daily routine, but reduce the expectation on them. They're not going to be the thing that solves your problems. They're not going to be the thing that addresses that root cause of your negative thoughts. So by embracing that growth mindset, by practicing mindfulness, by challenging negative thoughts and focusing on gratitude, we can overcome those negative thought patterns and ultimately grow as individuals. I'm going to drip feed a few bits of content inside of our Dad's Zone, the Yarn Barn as well over the next week or so that relates to this and I think will help. And I think if you're not in the Yarn Barn yet, please jump over to Facebook, join us. There's almost 3,000. You could be that 3,000th member. So yeah, feel free to jump over there if you're a man, if you're a dad, wanting some connection, wanting some support. And if you're not, just feel free to share it around to people who you think might be able to get some value from it. So I'll be putting some of that content in there. But I hope you found this episode helpful. And just remember that with growth mindset, anything is possible. Anything is possible with a growth mindset. Take care. Enjoy your week. And I'll talk to you guys again really soon.